What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. In this video, we're going to talk about the Galaxy Z Fold 5 versus the Pixel Fold and the things that I know for sure, without even touching the Galaxy Z Fold 5, will be better on the Fold 5 versus the Pixel Fold. I have a list of things that I want to tell you about. Once I get the phones, I will definitely compare them in person and tell you more and more in depth. But until then, let's get into the video. So the first one is the Z Fold 5 will have a fairly brighter inside display versus the Pixel Fold. So you get 1750 nits of brightness on the inside display of the Z Fold 5 versus 1450 nits on the Pixel Fold. What is that great for? It's great for outdoor viewing. You think about how many times you're outside, from walking to taking photos outside, recording videos, watching a video, playing games, whatever you're doing outside and you want to look at your display, it's going to be much better when you have a much brighter display. And the Z Fold 5 now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, will have the brightest display of any foldable phone on the market. That's fantastic. I know I always want the brightest display, and the Fold 5 is bringing that this year. The next two things go hand in hand: Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 versus the Tensor G2 processor on the Pixel Fold. Now, that Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor is gonna bring two major things. It's gonna bring better battery life and definitely, without a doubt, better performance. The performance on the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 versus the Tensor G2 on the Pixel Fold is crazy. Check out these benchmarks. You can see there's a big difference between the two. Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 can handle anything that you throw at it, have it be a game or a video editing app or a photo editing app or whatever it is. Amazingly good. Now, I have to admit, the Tensor G2 processor, it's not a slouch for what I use it for. I can use it for gaming and I'm perfectly happy. I can use it for, I don't do a lot of video editing, or I do a little bit of photo editing on my phone, but I don't, those things, so I can't be like, oh, it's amazing at video editing, because I don't use it. But I know when I've used it for gaming apps and just day-to-day apps and things like that, photo apps, it runs perfectly fine. I don't have any issues with it. But if you want the peak performance, you want the extra oomph with what you're doing, you're gonna wanna get that Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 that comes in the Z Fold 5. You've seen it in other phones. It's getting almost at the 1 year mark that processor has been out. The S23 phones, it's been in the OnePlus phones. It's been in a lot of phones that people either have had or tried out, and now it's coming to the Z Fold 5. So you're gonna get much, much better performance and battery life too. I've seen it on the S23 Ultra, it's been amazing. I've read some reviews of people that already have the Z Fold 5. They haven't spoken overwhelmingly, glowingly about it, saying it's been a game changer, but you gotta imagine it's gonna come close or equal to the Pixel Fold, which I've been pretty happy with at about 5 hours and 30 minutes of screen on time. Lighter. Z Fold 5 is like in the 8-ounce territory, whereas the Pixel Fold is in 10 ounces. It's a fairly big difference. I know when I grab my Z Fold 4, it feels a lot lighter than the Pixel Fold. So, what does that help with? It helps with the hand fatigue. It helps with the comfort of actually using and holding the device. And that's not an understated feature. And the Z Fold 5 will bring that. It'll be even lighter than the Z Fold 4 and way lighter than the Pixel Fold. So I think that's a big thumbs up in regards to potentially choosing between the two phones. This isn't a huge deal for me, or probably honestly most people, but if you want 1 terabyte of storage, there's only one option out of the two phones. It's the Z Fold 5. You can get up to 1 terabyte of storage, 256, 512, or 1 terabyte of storage, so that you can have all of your games and your music and your movies and your photos and your apps and not have to worry about deleting. Now, Pixel Fold goes up to 512. I have that one. I never run out of storage. And even if I did, you could just offload your photos and things like that to the cloud and still be able to store that stuff and not have to worry about your storage. But, again, if you need the 1 terabyte, there's only one option for it, for the Fold 5. What about the S Pen? If you're an S Pen user, Z Fold 5, again, you're gonna get beautiful amount of customization and being able to take notes and to draw and to do art, color, things like that. That's a big thing. Controlling your phone, you can't use any, push buttons on here like you can on the S23 Ultra phone, but you can still control your phone and navigate through it with the S Pen. So it's a nice little get. If you're a pen user, a stylus user, you have to go with the Fold 5. Next one is customization. Fold 5 definitely wins it versus the Pixel Fold. Between, you know, customizing with themes and always on displays and all kinds of different things that you can change on the phone, and then you've got Good Lock, which adds even more customization throughout the phone into different apps and different avenues. It's unparalleled to any phone I've personally ever used before with customization. So if you love to take control of your phone and customize it and make it look completely the way you want to look and not just a little bit like the Pixel Fold, you definitely want to go with the Z Fold 5. The last one isn't really anything that's going to change over time. It's the trade-in values. Right now, the trade-in values are much better for the Z Fold 5, so you might want to go that route. But you know, that again, that will change over time and prices will dip with holidays and things like that as they come up. But those are my list of things for the Fold 5 that are better without even touching the Fold 5 versus the Pixel Fold. And again, like I said, I will do a more in-depth comparison of the two phones as time gets near. Let me know your thoughts on this. And if you want to pick up the Z Fold 5, it's linked down below, guys. Take advantage of any pre-order offers that they have going on. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you down the road.